Hey, what's up everyone? John here from TestPrepInsight.com. Today I'm going to be comparing the GRE prep courses from Kaplan and Princeton Review. I did this exact same comparison a couple years ago, but since then, both companies have actually updated their prep programs and study materials, so I thought it would make sense to do an updated review. So we've repurchased and retested both of these prep options, and today I'm going to tell you which one I personally think is better. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back. I should just mention up front here that since I'll just be focusing on the major highlights in this video today, if you find you need more detail at any point, or if you really want to dig in regarding either course's features, you can always check out our fully updated written comparison over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Kaplan vs. Princeton Review GRE. It's a quick way to find it. All right, so a quick outline for this video. First, I'm going to quickly compare course options and costs since there's been some major pricing changes in the last year or two. From there, I'll cover a high-level overview of each course, then the areas in which I see Princeton Review being better than Kaplan and vice versa, before finally ending with a verdict of which company wins overall and which course I would personally choose. And let's start with that cost comparison. So both companies offer multiple course formats. For Kaplan, they've got 3 courses. An on-demand course that runs for $450, a live online course with 21 hours of live class time, that runs for $1,000, and an in-person course, which is the same as the live online package, but obviously meets in person. That runs for around $1,200. Then with Princeton Review, you've got 4 options. The first is their basic self-paced course. That costs $500. Then you've got their GRE 10 Points Plus course, which is another self-study package, but comes with a score increase guarantee of at least 10 points. That goes for $900. Then you've got their Fundamentals course, which is the same as Kaplan's live online package. That costs $1,200. Then you've got the GRE 162 Plus, which is a super intensive program with live classes that promises a score of at least 162 on both verbal and quant. That goes for $2,400. So, stepping back, Kaplan has a slight edge on Princeton Review when it comes to cost. They've got them beat by $50 to a couple $100 depending on the package. However, what I'll say is that those full retail prices are kind of a moving target because Kaplan and Princeton Review both regularly offer sales and special promotions, especially Princeton Review. So be sure to check for coupon codes before buying. In fact, I'll do my best to drop any current discounts and deals that I can find down in the description below the video screen for you. I routinely see the Princeton Review courses discounted by 15% or more, so make sure to check that out before purchasing. All right, so with the cost comparison out of the way, let's briefly cover how each GRE program generally works and the study materials that you get. And I'll just start with this. The courses from both Kaplan and Princeton Review are very similar in terms of the features that they offer and even the way that they deliver their courses. Both companies give you pre-recorded video lessons, live classes, a structured study plan, practice problems, practice tests, prep books, performance analytics, and more. Basically, from a high-level view, the packages look nearly identical. But there are definitely some differences if you know where to look, and I think those are probably best explained by looking at where each course wins over one another. And let's start with Princeton Review. I have them winning on practice work, prep books, course design, and live classes. So let's break those down. The first category, like I said, for Princeton Review is their practice work. In terms of volume of practice GRE questions, it's kind of a wash. Kaplan has more practice problems in their QBank, 5,000 to Princeton Review's 3,500, but Princeton has more full-length computer adaptive practice tests, 8 to 7. Really, there's not a huge difference here. But where we did find a big difference is in the quality of those questions and the accompanying explanations. In short, we just thought Princeton Review beats Kaplan on that front. Their GRE problems are more realistic of what you'll see on exam day in terms of question difficulty, length, and content, and even the answer solutions that come with Princeton Review's problems are better. Their analysis goes deeper and I think provides more practical, actionable takeaways. Then there's prep books. Both companies include hard copy prep books with their packages, but Princeton's are more thoughtfully integrated into the coursework. While Kaplan's act more like a supplemental resource, the Princeton books track with and are integrated into the online lessons and materials. It's just nice that the books are aligned with the course rather than purely acting like a supplemental resource. For students that don't care as much about hard copy books, this might not be a huge deal, but for old school type of students like me that prefer a physical study tool where you can highlight key points, take notes, and drop in post-its, then Princeton Review wins on books. Okay, so the third advantage in favor of Princeton Review is the design of their course, or the structure in other words. They use this really smart integrated approach to teaching material built around learning modules. You work your way through a series of learning modules that build on each other and all have a repeatable, effective structure. You start each module with a quick video lesson or two on the foundational principles of the subject to establish a baseline knowledge, then jump into a much deeper lesson where they provide video instruction and practice problems, and finally, the module is finished off with a series of adaptive drills to hammer home the concepts you just learned. Bottom line, the lesson topics covered are almost identical between the two prep companies, but the Princeton Review course structure just feels more robust than Kaplan's curriculum. And lastly, live classes. If you're after live classes, whether to add some depth and structure to your studies, or because you're one of those people that just can't get motivated to self-study, Princeton Review's classes grade out a little better than Kaplan's. Again, the overall number of class hours between the two is pretty close, 24 to 21, so it comes down to quality. For us, the Princeton lesson plans just seemed more streamlined in their design, and we had a better connection with the instructors. There wasn't a huge difference in what we saw between the two companies, but Princeton Review definitely gets a slight edge here. Okay, so those are the pros in favor of Princeton Review. So let's flip the script now and cover the major advantages in favor of Kaplan. And I have 3 of them for Kaplan: volume of study material, video lessons, and user experience. Okay, so like I said, advantage number 1 in their favor is the sheer quantity of study material that they provide. Although Princeton Review's course is robust for sure, Kaplan's course is just so content heavy. So in total with Kaplan, you get over 180 hours of online instruction and practice, 21 hours of live class time, an additional 40 plus hours of recorded lessons from their GRE channel, hard copy books, 5,000 practice problems. The list just goes on and on. Basically, while we like the design of Princeton's curriculum a little better, there's no denying the sheer weight of material that you get with Kaplan. And I think this favors experiential learners, those who learn best by doing. So if you're the type of person who plans to immerse yourself in practice work and watching pre-recorded lessons, then there's no doubt that Kaplan has the advantage. And on that point of pre-recorded video lectures, that brings me to advantage number 2 for Kaplan, their video lessons. Frankly, I just like them a lot better than Princeton Reviews. While the Princeton video lessons feel a little dated, it's clear that Kaplan has sunk a bunch of money into this aspect of their course. There's a digital whiteboard behind the instructor which follows along with the lesson and dynamically rolls through text, notes, and graphics, and the Kaplan instructor frequently stops to pick up a marker and write notes on screen in this cool luminous ink. They work practice problems right in front of you and break down concepts as they go. Basically, the production value is very high quality, and the mixed media approach to teaching makes the lessons very effective. And by the way, I know I'm covering this very quickly, so if you want to see some examples of each company's video lessons, make sure to check out that full detailed written comparison that I mentioned. I'll have it linked down below in the description for you. I have screenshots and examples over there so you can get a better feel for what to expect. And by the way, if I could just say, we work really hard to produce honest and helpful content, all totally free. So if either Kaplan or Princeton Review end up being the right choice for you, we'd really appreciate it if you'd use those links listed down below in the description. That's how you can support our channel, and it allows us to keep creating these types of helpful comparison videos. All right, so last up here, advantage number 3, and this might be a bit of a superficial win, but I just prefer Kaplan's digital platform and dashboard to Princeton Review's. I mean, to be clear, there's nothing wrong with Princeton's user experience. It's fine. But overall, I just found Kaplan's to be better. Kaplan's user interface is modern, sleek, and well-structured. It's easy to navigate and intuitively designed. Maybe not the most important thing in the world, but having a nice, useful digital platform can make a big difference, so I thought I'd include it. And that about does it for the detail in this comparison, so let's get to my final verdict. But before I hit you with that, I should mention that since you're studying for the GRE, every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free prep course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. Everyone out there is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description, but just know, it takes like 10 seconds to enter, and hey, you never know. You could win a totally free GRE prep course from Kaplan or Princeton Review and save some serious cash. Anyway, my final verdict. Should you choose Princeton Review or Kaplan to help you prep for the GRE? Well, after evaluating and testing out each course again, I give the win to Princeton Review. While I do love Kaplan's engaging video lessons and the sheer volume of study material that they offer, I just think Princeton Review offers the more effective prep package. Between the integrated design of their coursework, solid prep books, practice problem quality, and slightly better live classes, there's just a lot to like. Plus, if you're targeting a top-tier score, it's hard to argue with Princeton's score guarantees. So personally, after evaluating all of these different factors, I would go with one of Princeton's courses. I just think you cannot go wrong with it. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping us a quick comment below. That'd be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written comparison that I talked about earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website, testprepinsight.com, or check out the rest of the videos on our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.